from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as a couple of teams get set to square off in the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. Looking for blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oh, the Memphis Tigers offense will get first crack at it today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Lewis wants to pass. Got his man on the outside. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Nice job by the running back ball and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Floats it out in space. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip at backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Got it behind the line. It's Smith. And he used that patented spin move to pick up a few extra yards.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him, but, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. trying to pick up a first down. Again. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
So now it's 2nd and long. Lewis to throw. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And I think when you got that kind of wheels and you got that kind of speed at the quarterback spot, you can get at anything. And a lot of times he makes big plays. Nice job by the defense, not giving up, keep chasing, and they get the huge sack on that play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
Memphis will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Got a man, it's Scott. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Trying play action. Quickly complete. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Look at the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run, and these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your back, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Trying to set up the screen. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Throws to the tight end. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Lewis wants to pass. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just
fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Here's the handoff. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
So they're facing third and short from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Under fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smothers. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage, and more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
Rides the back and leaves it.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Rides to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lewis to throw. The short hands, it's Smith. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got an open man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Going with the counter play here. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Motion from the back. Lewis wants to pass. They're working that left side. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Hunt is on its way. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. A little screen to the running back. Inside the 40. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Right down the middle. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Looking to throw again. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. It's complete.
A nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll go to the ground. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Lewis to throw. Finding an escape route. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Memphis getting set to snap it on first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got his man. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Smith takes the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
And the Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Grabbed behind the line, it's Smith. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The give out of the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That's the kind of play that energizes the entire team. 96 yards, he took it back for the touchdown. They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Memphis will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Lets it fly. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. Now on the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Grimes. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That last completion sets him up on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The throw. Grab near the sticks. It's Scott. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an edge of your seat type first half. This Gasparilla Bowl has lived up to expectations. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Gasparilla Bowl.
Memphis ready to kick it deep and get the second half going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The give on the option. Makes a man miss. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
To the air, it's Bailey. Makes the catch, it's Anderson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Now the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
NC State comes to the line to deal with third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Here's the pressure. He's got it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He wants to throw it again. Caught behind the line. It smothers. Lowers those pads. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Right on target the first time, now he'll try another from 24 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Lewis wants to pass. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Memphis just keeps moving the chains on this drive. They're set up with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Oh, they're after him. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Lewis to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Right down the boulevard. The lead is down to a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smothers. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Rodgers. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the catch, it's Anderson. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks, it's Anderson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Grab behind the line. It smothers. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Gonna swing it on second down. Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Get it out on the screen. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break. It's NC State on top. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's a really nice job executing by this offense. Third down, defense expecting pass. They had a plan. Quarterback drops back, gets rid of the football. Nice job after the catch, and a great job setting up a first and goal for this offense.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Motion from the wide receiver. Well, jet sweep pass. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you can tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job, playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing the third down.
Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Here's a heat. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to and when he sticks his foot in the ground. You could tell when he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack.
Memphis will be forced to punt, and these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Rushes on him. It falls incomplete. How about the trickeration on first down that just goes awry? What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. This time he's got it. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Wide open downfield. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like, late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Throws to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
Wants to throw it. This time he's got his man. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Lewis to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
Hey, I got to be honest, I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Makes the grab. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Lewis wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis! Quick strike through the air for the score. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So the 16-play drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Finds the tight end. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd down play from the gun. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Lewis to throw. Punts it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Smith. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And running east-west at this point is not going to help you win this game. You're down by a possession, a 2-minute situation. You got to catch it and get north, get the 1st down to stop the clock. Or you got to catch it and make sure that you're somewhere close to out of bounds if you're going to try to go laterally. But that wasn't it right there.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
To the air on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Makes this one, and it'll be all tied up in the final minute. Up for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing.
We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
So here comes our first play of overtime. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play action fake. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. Send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. It's caught. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Tight end now in motion. Touch pass on the run. Hard running there. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Gotten much done here, 3rd down, and they need to at least pick up a few to make the field goal attempt easier. To the air, it's Bailey. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Defense will call a timeout. They got a peek at the formation, want to make sure they're in the right call on this big down here in overtime. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. He's got it, a gutsy kick from downtown, and we will play another overtime.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. He'll start this drive firing. Catch in the middle, it's Grimes. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that 1st down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
1st and 10. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for room. It's Smothers. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. And they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the middle. downfield. They make the stop at 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's first and goal.
They'll go to the air. Touchdown, North Carolina State! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback.
They got the touchdown. Now in the second overtime, you have to go for 2. He's looking to throw. Can't do it better than that. The 2-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got a man. It's Smith. Back to pass on second down. He's got his man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
First and goal, down a touchdown. They have to get it in the end zone. Lewis wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Almost had the huge interception there. Man, what a change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at third down.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
Wide receiver going in motion. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Tiger! With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They've got to get it in on the 2-point try to force a third overtime. He wants to throw it. He got it in there, and we are tied again. Is this fun or what? We're headed to triple OT. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. Lewis to throw. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. This will be the ball game. Make it and play on, miss it and lose. They want to throw it. They are denied. The 2-point try is stopped, and a game-winning play by this defense. defense in overtime.